On the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Percy Harrison, file number 22-01722, counsel appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jeff Brodowitz on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jacob Starks IV, Assistant Public Defender, appearing on behalf of Mr. Harrison. I'm appearing in person this morning. Mr. Harrison is appearing by Polycom from Hingham County Jail.
Okay, today is the date and the time that was set for a competency review. I do have a progress report from the Department of Health and Human Services Center for Forensic Psychiatry, dated for July 26, 2023. Counsel, did you get a copy?
I did, Your Honor, yes.
Mr. Brodowitz, did you get a
Yes,
copy?
I did, Your Honor.
Okay, and so it's given a progress as it relates to the treatment that Mr. Harrison was.
That really make me sweat now. Why?
I'm going to mute him for the purposes of this hearing. Okay. It states in summation that Mr. Harrison continues to exhibit a mental condition that interferes with his capacity to think and communicate rationally and realistically about his case. And so as it stands, it was the opinion of the examiner that Mr. Harrison was still incompetent to stand trial. There was a substantial probability that he could regain competency within the time frame allotted by the statute. Is there any objection to the body and the conclusion of the report?
Not from the defense, Your Honor, and I do not intend to call any expert witnesses or any challenges, any witnesses to challenge the findings in that report, Your Honor. I would request the court to stipulate to entering that report and its findings and request that the court follow the recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brodowitz.
No objection from the people, Your Honor.
Okay, so the court will adopt the findings of the report and we will incorporate it as part of the court record. He will be ordered to continue treatment. I think we were waiting for some space back in May. Was he ever granted space for treatment, or are we still waiting for that?
No, Your Honor. In fact, this case, Mr. Harrison has been in jail now for about a year, waiting on bed space. And we've had, several status conferences along the way. This is an issue with the Center for Forensic Psychiatry. It's my understanding that we're in the process of taking down one facility and starting a new facility, and it's caused massive shortages with bed spaces being available. I did, however, have the opportunity to talk to Mr. Harrison. I've also talked to members of his family. Respectfully, Your Honor, I would just request that the bond be kept as it currently is. Mr. Harrison expressed to me some very strong opinions about the prospect of some type of change in his living situation. He's okay with, he understands the delays, and he's okay with his situation as it is right now. I do appreciate the efforts of the family reaching out to me, but at this point, Your Honor, respectfully, I would just request that we just leave the bond as it currently is. I have to respect Mr. Harrison's views in terms of that issue. Thank you.
So bond was originally set at 5,000 possibility. That will continue. All other bond conditions will continue, and Mr. Harrison will be expected to continue his treatment. Any additional matters for the record today?
Nothing from the people, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the bench, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, you're all set, Mr. Harrison. I don't know if he's still there or not. I don't see anybody. Oh, okay.
Hide underneath it.
We'll contact the jail.
Thank you.
Thank you. Charlene Robinson here? Yes. It's you, ma'am? Okay, is Desteria Mac present? no, this is no waiting room. Sure, yeah, please. Okay, I don't know. First, thank you. Okay, what's your name?
Hello,
What is your name, the person that just joined?
Desteria Mac.
Okay, great. Siri Mack is present.
Right. And then if it's real old, it's gonna cost more.
Who's got background noise?
Oh,
You said Terry Knapp.
Desteria.
Okay. Okay, no, we see you, Desteria Mack. Okay,
Okay,
the person identified as Terry Knapp is muted, but there was some background noise. I need you to eliminate the background noise and then unmute yourself.
is there background noise now?
That I wasn't speaking to you.
Oh,
I said Terry Knapp. Okay, person representing Empower East Lansing.
Present,
Okay,
present.
okay, I see present. Is Olivia Rose present? Okay. Dejan Otis?
Here.
Okay. I need you to get to a stable place so you can conduct court.
Mm-hmm. Chris, turn the water on.
Terry Knapp, can you unmute, please?
Okay,
Okay,
Your Honor.
thank you.
Okay, you're very welcome.
Okay, do we see, is Maya McKintry here? I don't see a Maya McKintry. Okay, we did Pearson. Okay, today's the date and the time set for pretrial on an eviction matter. I'm gonna play a video for you to watch. The video will advise you of your rights, and also will go over resources that you may be eligible for during this eviction process. We have representatives that are here from legal services. They can meet with each of the tenants privately to see if they're eligible to be represented by their office. And we also have our eviction diversion facilitator present here today. You can meet with him to see if there are resources that can assist you during this transition as well. And then I'll get you a next court date. That will be the date set for your hearing. Today is only a pretrial.
Okay,
Okay. Let's see. You need to eliminate background noise and you need to sit down and face the computer because we're conducting a court proceeding, okay? Thank you.
yes, ma'am.
This video contains important information that may help you with your landlord-tenant case. The 54A District Court has an eviction diversion facilitator on site to provide non-legal assistance, such as connecting you to possible resources. Please contact Ulysses Rosa at 517-483-7608. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney and you are able to afford an attorney, you might locate an attorney through the State Bar of Michigan by calling 1-800-968-0738. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may seek free representation from legal services. You should have received this information with your summons and complaint. We have a representative present from legal services who is available to speak with you at the conclusion of today's hearing. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Information about your other rights and the legal process is also available from the Guide to Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Assistance is also available from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. If you have a caseworker at MDHHS, then you should contact the Eviction Diversion Program line at 517-887-9595. If you do not have a caseworker, the court will provide you with information for a housing specialist or assistance payment worker at the local MDHHS office. Please contact that person immediately. These services are free. You do not need a judgment to receive assistance from MDHHS or Holy Cross Services. The summons and complaint from the court case are sufficient. If you have served in our armed forces, assistance may also be available from the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund. Contact 1-800-642-4838 and select option 6. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. One way to resolve this case is if you and your landlord reach an agreement. In such case, a conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. The court can provide you with a form for a conditional dismissal. Another resource is the Michigan Community Dispute Resolution Program. If the court determines that your case can be resolved through community dispute resolution, then that resource will be coordinated by the judge. Thank you. Your case will be called shortly.
Okay, Hysteria Matt?
Terry Knapp?
Yeah,
No, just Hysteria Matt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yes.
Okay, your matter is gonna be set for a hearing. I'll make that in person. In person, nap too. In person, September 13th at 1:30. Did you hear me?
Oh, me?
Sorry, I didn't
Yes,
get it.
Hysteria Matt.
No, I didn't. Today.
Ms. Mack, I don't know
Can
what
you hear
you're
me?
saying.
I didn't hear the date. September. I heard September. I didn't get the date.
Right, September 13th at 1:30. You need to appear in person.
Okay.
Did you hear that date?
Yes, September 13th at 1:30. I need to appear in
Correct.
person, yes.
Correct, and then we will proceed with the hearing at that time. Do you want to meet with legal services today?
No, can I meet them later?
All right, that's up to you. They're here today to meet with you. It's up to you if you can track them down
Oh,
later.
I can meet them over Zoom.
Yeah, they're on the Zoom right now.
Okay. Yes, I would like to. This is my first time
Okay.
using Zoom, so I'm new at this.
I can sense that. Okay, Mr. Kevin Simmons, are you available?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll place her in the room with you. Okay, so this matter, you got the hearing date, correct? September 13th. Would you be seeking a order for escrow pending that hearing date?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
The hearing is September 13th at 1:30. What's the problem, ma'am?
She is putting us through hell. That is my daughter. But she is putting us through hell. She drinks, she smokes.
Okay, I can imagine that you're probably frustrated. Are you saying that is there a health hazard or a reason why the government needs to accelerate this? And it can't be drinking and smoking. It's got to be a severe health hazard.
I've been trying to get her out of my house since October of last year.
You filed an eviction in October of last year?
No, I started it in June. I took every steps that I thought I'd take to get her.
Correct. Yeah, I see where you started this eviction in June. You're doing the process correctly. Problem is there's a lot of evictions. So we're inundated. We're doing evictions on days that we don't normally do evictions just to keep up with all the evictions that we have going on. Unless you have some issue, like maybe there's a health concern, health hazard in the property, and we need to get in there in the next couple of days or something like that. By law, I have to give her the right to proceed the way we're proceeding, and our next available hearing date's not until September. Okay? So you won't be seeking escrow. You said this is your daughter.
Be in trouble if I lock her out.
I'm sorry?
Like be in trouble if I lock her out.
It's illegal if you lock out without a writ of eviction. I can't advise you as to what ramifications you could face about taking action on an illegal eviction, but it's unlawful to evict someone without following the proper channels.
I really stated that she was gonna make her life a living hell. And I'll.
Sir, were you gonna speak for her? Remember that?
Hear us in our sleep.
Okay, have you filed a police report?
I'd like to know like that night.
I'm sorry?
We got, the police have been out there.
Okay, but if you bring a copy of the police report, then I can move this up. That's why I'm asking, is there a hazard? Yeah, you have to have a police report if you want to accelerate that. Yeah, so things like that, a police report, police have to come, they give you a report, those can accelerate your eviction, okay? Okay, so if you feel that there's a threat to your safety, you need to get a police report, you can come back here, we'll get you a hearing quicker, okay? Thank you. Terry Knapp? You're finished for today. Terry Knapp?
Hello?
Yes, your matter is scheduled for hearing September 13th at 2 p.m.
Okay. Now, September 13th at 2 p.m. Can I do Zoom or do I have to come in?
No, you gotta come in person.
Okay, thank you for that.
No problem. Did you want to meet with legal services?
I do. I need a lawyer. Please, and thank you.
Give me just a moment. Who was here? Oh, Sean Ronca, can I put her in the room with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just a moment.
I can't believe these people. They're so rude. Excuse me, Your Honor. This is what I go through.
Well, I sent you a request to join the breakout room.
Yes.
You gotta accept join.
Oh, goodness. Is Empower Lansing and LLC?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to be represented by an attorney.
I
You understand that?
Okay.
You can't represent an LLC. Only an attorney can represent an LLC in court.
Okay, I did not know that, but okay. I can hire one.
Okay, so we are gonna give you a hearing date. It's gonna be September 13th at 1:30, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Your Honor, that's in person, correct?
That's correct.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Brandon Walton present. Okay, that's not- Okay, Snyder, you can default.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll get that over to you today.
Thank you.
You all have a great day.
Same to you. Okay, Dejan Otis, where is Craig Otis?
My dad's actually not present. He
I
doesn't know how to do the Zoom and everything. He's way older.
Okay, is he residing in this property?
Actually, Amy changed the lock, so we haven't been able to get our things from there. And we just been trying to.
You said Amy. Who's Amy?
Amy is the landlord to the apartment complex.
Who's here on behalf of 3131? Is that Mr. Whitty?
Morning, Your Honor.
Your client changed the locks in the middle of an eviction?
Well, obviously, that's not something that I could confirm at this moment. I'd be surprised if that were the case.
I mean, she did. I have my keys and I can't get into my apartment. She has me calling her from the times of 10 to 4 to try to get my belongings. But I've been trying to plan a funeral and everything right now. So I don't even have time to even go there around that time because that's when we're setting up meetings and everything.
Your Honor, Mr. McConkey might be able to speak to that. He's also on the conference.
And I've been informing her, but Amy doesn't work with me. It's like me and her constantly bump heads about everything.
Okay, well, Amy doesn't have the authority to change the locks.
I know that, and I've been trying to call legal aid about it, and I can't get a hold of legal aid.
Mr. McConkey, can you advise?
Yes, Your Honor. So Amy, unfortunately, as of mid-July, no longer works for our company. I'm looking at the notes that she had left prior to leaving. I get better answers on this. Are you aware? Not you, Your Honor, but the tenant. Are you aware? Was your unit red tagged for a no power issue?
Yes. So I actually called that red tag, and he said that they only did that because we had a power outage. Our whole apartment complex came out of lights or whatever the case was. And that was the day I had left my apartment because I was already packing. And when I came back to see if the lights were on, I had a red tag. I had 2 letters on my door saying that she changed the locks. And I couldn't get in. And I called her and she doesn't ever want to answer the phone.
Well, if you
Or
I'm
she
sorry.
hangs up on me. Sorry.
If you've called recently for the past over 3.5 weeks, I've been the one to answer phone, so I don't recall getting.
No, I literally talked to Amy personally. I called her about I want to say probably 2 weeks ago around, I want to say
Is the
around.
property still red tagged?
No, ma'am, I have the red tag because I called the man and he actually said I could
I'm
take it off
asking
my
Mr.
door.
McConkey, actually. Mr. McConkey, is the property still red tagged?
To my knowledge, it was. I have not heard anything from the city since I've been taking over the phone calls for this property for the past 3 weeks.
And it was red tagged due to a power outage?
From my understanding, it was red tag due to the power being turned off from the tenants. That's the only a city will come and red tag it, and then they will make it uninhabitable until they're turned back on. So if the power is
A power outage, ma'am? Ms. Otis, was it a power outage or did you have your electricity turned off?
I had my electricity should be turned off.
Okay.
It should be turned off. So that could
So
have
then
been
that's
the
why
reason
your
why.
property was red tagged.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can't turn off electricity if you're still occupying the property.
I mean, I was just moving my things. I had already let her aware of that because I had DHS paying for my lights at that time. I had already informed Amy I had lost both of my jobs and that I was going to be late on rent. And so after that, she started extra charging me on rent and wasn't informing me. So I had called DHS to try to get, Sears to try to pay my eviction, and they paid my my lights. I know that for sure.
Okay,
but
so
I
your
didn't know
matter's gonna be, let me cut you off. Your matter's gonna be set for a hearing September 13th at 2 p.m.
September 13th at 2 p.m.
You need to appear in person.
At 2 p.m.
Correct.
Okay, and then as far as going about to get my belongings, just call her and just go at those times.
But she can't call Amy. Amy doesn't work there. She should contact Mr. McConkey.
Yeah, you gotta talk to Mr. McConkey and you can get the key. So you can get into the property, okay?
Yeah, and ma'am, if you move your possessions out, we'll dismiss this case. We're only asking for possession.
I mean, that's all I was trying to do. I was trying to get my belongings out before my first court date, which was July 8th, I think, and they rescheduled it to August. Because this ain't my first eviction paper from that
Did you want to
apartment
meet with
complex.
legal services today, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Till, can I place her in the room with you?
You can, Your Honor.
Okay, gonna put you in room 3.
Okay.
Lydia Rose?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your matter's gonna be set for hearing September 13th at 1:30.
Okay. Thank you.
Do you want to meet with legal services or our eviction diversion facilitator today?
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll put you in the room with Mr. Rosa, our eviction diversion facilitator, and then when someone from legal services is available, I'll move them to that room, okay?
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Maya McKintry failed to appear. They were serviced by attachment, Mr. Whitty, so we'll reset that.
Thank you.
August 16th at 8:15.
8:16 at 8:15. Thank you.
No problem.
What's your name, sir?
Raul?
Jimenez. J-I-M. You got it?
Yep.
It's J-I-M.
I got it.
Jimenez.
Thank you. Thanks, Jeff.
Is that the one that needs an interpreter?
Yes.
I'm his wife and I can interpret, but the last time that we came, the judge said, no, I couldn't. So.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm all set with Olivia. She's gonna hold on for legal services.
Destiny, Manuel, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, are you on two devices?
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know why I brought you in twice. Let's see here.
It might be my computer. But I don't know why it's what.
Can you say something? You can't hear when I remove that. Okay. You said who?
Piper, or Miss LaDonna Morel.
LaDonna Morel. Okay, LaDonna Morel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see here. Okay, Destiny Manuel's back. Who's here on behalf of Elena Watkins? Nobody yet. Okay, Miss Manuel, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so Miss Manuel and then Miss Morel, today is the date and the time set for a pre-trial on an eviction proceeding. I am gonna play a video for you. The video will advise you of your rights. It'll also go over resources that you may be eligible for. I'm not sure what happened to her video. Okay, and then I also need to place on the record here, I do personally know LaDonna Morel. We have attended the same church. You have the right to request another judge if you think that that would be a problem. I believe I can be fair and impartial, but I'll give you the opportunity to request another judge at this time.
No, thank you. At this time, Judge Simmons, I think you're very fair, impartial, and I believe and trust your decision.
Counsel?
Your Honor, we have no objection to you for deciding on this trial.
Okay, so I will play the video again. It'll go over your rights during the eviction process, and it'll also go over resources that you may be eligible for. And then we do have representatives here from legal services that can meet with you and do an intake to see if you're eligible to be represented by them at no expense to you. We have an eviction diversion facilitator present with the court. He can meet with you as well to see if there's resources that can assist you. We also have a representative from Advent House that's present and can meet with you to see if there's resources there that can assist. I'll start first with playing the video with the court advises you of your rights as well to see if there's resources that can assist you. That's the Zoom and the YouTube in the background. It's doing that.
This video contains important information that may help you with your landlord-tenant case. The 54A District Court has an eviction diversion facilitator on site to provide non-legal assistance, such as connecting you to possible resources. Please contact Ulysses Rosa at 517-483-7608. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney and you are able to afford an attorney, you might locate an attorney through the State Bar of Michigan by calling 1-800-968-0738. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may seek free representation from legal services. You should have received this information with your summons and complaint. We have a representative present from Legal Services who is available to speak with you at the conclusion of today's hearing. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Information about your other rights and the legal process is also available from the Guide to Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Assistance is also available from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. If you have a caseworker at MDHHS, then you should contact the Eviction Diversion Program line at 517-887-9595. If you do not have a caseworker, the court will provide you with information for a housing specialist or assistance payment worker at the local MDHHS office. Please contact that person immediately. These services are free. You do not need a judgment to receive assistance from MDHHS or Holy Cross Services. The summons and complaint from the court case are sufficient. If you have served in our armed forces, assistance may also be available from the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund. Contact 1-800-642-4838 and select option 6. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. One way to resolve this case is if you and your landlord reach an agreement. In such case, a conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. The court can provide you with a form for a conditional dismissal. Another resource is the Michigan Community Dispute Resolution Program. If the court determines that your case can be resolved through community dispute resolution, then that resource will be coordinated by the judge. Thank you. Your case will be called shortly.
Okay, Ms. Burrell, your matter is going to be scheduled for hearing September 13th at 2:30. Did you want to meet? Yep, 2:30 in person.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Your Honor.
No problem. Did you want to meet with Legal Services today or with the eviction diversion facilitator or Holy Cross? I'm sorry, Abbott House.
No, ma'am. At this time, I don't have any need for those issues, for those departments. Thank you.
Okay, well then you are all set. We'll see everyone at the hearing on the 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Same to you. Destiny Manuel. Your matter is set for hearing September 13th at 2 p.m.
Your Honor, can you repeat that date one more time for me? I apologize.
Yes, September 13th at 2 p.m.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
So not September 7th?
No, September 13th.
Okay.
Okay, did you get something that had a September 7th date on it?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may, it was our motion to set aside the default. I set it aside the same day as the hearing, and that was the date that you gave the other hearings that date. So I just put it in that motion to set aside. That was submitted to the court.
Oh, okay. I did receive it, like stipulate order to set aside default. I just signed it. I didn't. We don't
We're
need a
okay with
hearing
the
for that.
13th.
Yep, so just the 13th for the hearing. The default was already set aside.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Okay, and then let's see. Did you want to meet with legal services?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, Mr. Simmons, are you available?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll add her to that room, and then if she wants to meet with our eviction diversion facilitator or with Abbott House Ministries, I can place them in the room after that. Destiny Manual to room 1. We don't know what happened to our interpreter, huh?
That's who this is.
Your Honor, I just wanted to apologize for the phone call. I just, it slipped my mind.
You're fine, just turn your ringer off. What's your name?
I'm Ashley Love.
Okay. Wait, a couple minutes. Do we have body?
Huh, ma'am?
Give me just a moment, ma'am.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ashley Love. Do we have any other Jimmy's on here? No. Miss Love, you're muted, so I don't know if you heard me. And then also for Mr. Jimenez Fajardo, we're going to play the video for you. The video will advise you of your rights. It'll also go over resources that you may be eligible for during this eviction. I'll get you a hearing date. I'll pause the video periodically so that it can be interpreted for you. Okay, sir?
This video contains.
I'm sorry?
It's the same as what's on the back of this paper.
I'm not sure what's on the back of that. I can see that. Stop there.
That's the old landlord-tenant sheet.
Okay, thank you.
This video contains important information that may help you with your landlord-tenant case. The 54A District Court has an eviction diversion facilitator on site to provide non-legal assistance, such as connecting you to possible resources. Please. Please contact Ulysses Rosa at 517-483-7608.
We'll give you his card. We'll give you his card.
You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney and you are able to afford an attorney, you might locate an attorney through the State Bar of Michigan by calling 1-800-968-0738. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may seek free representation from legal services. You should have received this information with your summons and complaint. We have a representative present from Legal Services who is available to speak with you at the conclusion of today's hearing. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Information about your other rights and the legal process is also available from the Guide to Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Assistance is also available from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. If you have a caseworker at MDHHS, then you should contact the Eviction Diversion Program line at 517-887-9595. If you do not have a caseworker, the court will provide you with information for a housing specialist or assistance payment worker at the local MDHHS office. Please contact that person immediately. These services are free. You do not need a judgment to receive assistance from MDHHS or Holy Cross Services. The sum services. The summons and complaint from the court case are sufficient. If you have served in our armed forces, assistance may also be available from the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund. Contact 1-800-642-4838 and select option 6. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. One way to resolve this case is if you and your landlord reach an agreement. In such case, reach an agreement. In such case, a conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. The court can provide you with a form for a conditional dismissal. Another resource is the Michigan Community Dispute Resolution Program.
I know.
If the court determines that your case can be resolved through community dispute resolution, then that resource will be coordinated by the judge. Thank you. Your case will be called shortly.
September 13th. Okay, I'm gonna set your matter for hearing September 13th at 2:30. You want to meet with legal services or with our eviction diversion facilitator?
You said the facility?
You can meet with all of them, legal services, the eviction diversion facilitator, and we have Advent House Ministries here. You want to meet with everyone? Okay, do you have a device that you do have a phone? We'll get you on Zoom. You can meet with legal services first, and then Mr. Rosa is one floor down. You can meet with him in person, okay?
Yesterday, I spoke to a gentleman, Roberto Suarez, and he gave a case number.
And where's he from?
I think he's from Grand Rapids. It was the legal services or the number that I got in the deck.
Oh, so you spoke with legal services yesterday? Okay, Ms. Till? Let me just confirm if you've already done an intake.
Yes, Your Honor. What is that?
Do we know? Do you have a case number you said?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's 3123.
3123.
681.
681.
439.
439.
Okay, I don't have anything, but what is the name of this individual?
Last name Jimenez hyphen FAJARDO.
Okay.
Is the last name.
What's the first name?
Raul, RAUL.
Okay. Okay, I do have that an intake was started but not completed.
Okay. So we'll get you on Zoom. You can complete the intake today with legal services. If you want to meet with Advent House, we can get them in the room after that. And then we can get you downstairs to meet with Mr. Rosa, okay? Okay, thank you. Ashley Love, your matter is set for hearing September 13th at 2:30.
Okay,
Do you
ma'am.
want to meet with legal services, Avid House Ministries, or with our eviction diversion facilitator?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Mr. Ronca, can I put Ms. Love in the room with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Simmons, we're gonna put Mr. Jimenez Fajardo in the room with you, okay?
Okay, Your Honor.
Is Terry Knapp waiting to meet with someone?
No, Your Honor. Terry Knapp was all set for the day.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Rosa, was Ms. Rose waiting for someone?
She was waiting for legal services, Your Honor.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna actually put her in the room with Mr. Simmons first then. Mr. Simmons, if you go to room 1, Ms. Rose is in that room with you. Okay, I am going to need to do this. Let me see. Ms. Till, can I put Mr. Jimenez Fajardo in the room with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, I will put him in room 3. And then Ms. Love, I'm gonna put you in room 2 with Mr. Ronca.
Okay, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge Simmons,
Yes.
could you remove Terry, please? She can't figure out how to get off Zoom.
Let me put you all in a different room because I'm trying to bring her back and it's taking some time. I'll put you
Okay.
and Ashley in room 5.
Thank you.
No problem. I really need to update Zoom. I should be able to remove somebody directly from the room. Right now. Ms. Rose, I thought I put you in a room with someone. Let me see.
Yeah,
Who
I
were you just
apologize.
meeting?
I was meeting with Kevin. My Zoom crashed.
Let me put you back in room 1.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Ms. Watkins, we gave your next court date. Did you get it? You're muted. Ms. Watkins? You're muted.
Can you hear me, Your Honor? Your Honor?
Yes, yes. Did you get your court date for the hearing?
No, no, I didn't.
September 13th at 2:30.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Asphalt, I don't see any more Cedar Place apartments. Did I miss something? You're muted.
Yes, hello, Judge.
I only see one Cedar Place that was at 8:45 and we handled that one. Did you get the date?
The Cedar Place at 8:45, the defendant Terry Knapp.
Correct.
No, I didn't hear the court call it. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, that's the lady that was stuck in the waiting room, but I think she's gone now. Her matter's scheduled for hearing. I sent her in person because she's struggling with Zoom. It's gonna be September 13th at 2.
September 13th at 2 p.m. All right, so she was here, but couldn't really connect, Your Honor. Was that the situation?
No, she did connect, but I think she needed somebody to assist her. And then that was who the legal services just came and said that the lady couldn't figure out how to leave the room. It was her.
Okay. All right, and September 13th, 2 p.m. And is that Zoom or is that in person?
It's in person.
Okay. All right, thank you, Judge.
No problem. Okay, let's see. No one's appeared on behalf of Alfred Carlar. A default can be entered.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No one has appeared on behalf of Jessica Starr, and a default can be entered on that one.
Sure. I'll be doing that as well. Thank you again, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Who's that?
Dear.
10:15, Samuel Benham at 10:45.
Plaintiff at 10:15 and then 10:45.
Defendant Benham, Samuel Benham.
Okay, which is which? It's Mr. Benham?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play a video for you. It's gonna go over your rights. It's gonna advise you of resources that you may be eligible for during this eviction. You understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? You need an interpreter?
Yes.
What language?
French.
French interpreter? Okay, we'll reset it. Supervise, oh, did he leave? What's up when he gets back? Set, August 16. This was the last name Benham. Samuel Benham. I don't know where Mr. Bach is, so I'm gonna dismiss that case.
She's rescinded the case, we get you a correction first. Okay, so you just go back here a week from now, there's the date. All right, you're all set. Mr. Bach,
Yes. Good morning.
good morning. We got your email from the civil department. Dennis Cates failed to appear, but it was serviced by attachment, so we're going to reset it, okay?
That's fine. That's what I expected. I think we're going to be able to negotiate a conditional dismissal.
Okay,
I was just afraid if I wasn't here, you might dismiss it.
well, judge initially did dismiss it, but
Okay. Perfect. Do you have the
It'll be
date now?
August 16th at 9:15.
Let me look real quick. That is fine. Thank you.
okay, so you're all set.
Have a good day.
Mr. Levine,
Yes, Your Honor.
one of your 1045s needed a French interpreter, so we had to reset him. It was Samuel Benham.
Okay, okay, well understood. Okay. And
We set it for August 16th at 8:50. Is it 8:45? 8:45.
8:45. Okay, excellent. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. Let's see. I see Shamika Best is present. Brandon Mullins. And do we see Balika Biswa? No. Okay. Ms. Mullins and Ms. Best, today's the date set for a pre-trial, an eviction matter. I'm gonna play a video. The video will go over your rights. It also advise you of resources that you may be eligible for during this eviction. We have our eviction diversion facilitator, Mr. Rosa, present today. He can meet with you and do an intake to see if you're eligible to be represented by his office. I'm sorry, see if you're eligible for resources during this time. We also have a representative here from Avid House Ministries, and you can meet with her if you want to see if they have resources that can assist you as well. We'll get you a hearing date at the conclusion of the video, and then we'll see which resources you want to meet with today. Let's see, Lisa did not appear.
This video contains important information that may help you with your landlord-tenant case. The 54A District Court has an eviction diversion facilitator on site to provide non-legal assistance, such as connecting you to possible resources. Please contact Ulysses Rosa at 517-483-7608. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney and you are able to afford an attorney, you might locate an attorney through the State Bar of Michigan by calling 1-800-968-0738. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may seek free representation from legal services. You should have received this information with your summons and complaint. We have a representative present from legal services who is available to speak with you at the conclusion of today's hearing. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Information about your other rights and the legal process is also available from the Guide to Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Assistance is also available from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. If you have a caseworker at MDHHS, then you should contact the Eviction Diversion Program line at 517-887-9595. If you do not have a caseworker, the court will provide you with information for a housing specialist or assistance payment worker at the local MDHHS office. Please contact that person immediately. These services are free. You do not need a judgment to receive assistance from MDHHS or Holy Cross Services. The summons and complaint from the court case are sufficient. If you have served in our armed forces, assistance may also be available from the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund. Contact 1-800-642-4838 and select option 6. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. One way to resolve this case is if you and your landlord reach an agreement. In such case, a conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. The court can provide you with a form for a conditional dismissal. Another resource is the Michigan Community Dispute Resolution Program. If the court determines that your case can be resolved through community dispute resolution, then that resource will be coordinated by the judge. Thank you. Your case will be called shortly.
Whoops. Okay. Okay, Ms. Best, we're setting your matter for hearing. It's gonna be September 13th at 2:45.
You said at 2:45?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Did you want to meet with legal services or with Abbott House or with our eviction diversion facilitator?
Legal services, please.
Okay, no problem. Mr. Simmons, you're available? You're muted. Kevin Simmons, I did put her in room 1. Okay, let's see. And then Ms. Mullins, we're setting your matter for hearing September 13th at 2:45, okay?
I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't live at that property. I moved out of that property. The landlord lives back at that property.
You vacated? When did you vacate?
I vacated at the beginning of June. It was due to he ended up getting caught. He was frauding. He did some fraud.
Okay, so you said you vacated and you gave the key back?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Counsel, can you confirm that for me, please? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't have an attorney? You're the landlord?
Yes.
You live in the property?
No,
Did she vacate?
no.
Yes, I
Didn't. I
did.
asked her keys. I have the message I sent to her and she didn't give me the keys.
He said
Yes, I
but
did.
is she still living there?
No, she moved to 1276 Deer Pass at July 6th.
So she did move out of the property?
She said that at July 6th. She said that to
No,
me at July,
I moved out before that.
but she
I
didn't
had
give
my
me the
keys
keys.
before
He
that.
said you didn't give him the key.
I moved
And
out before that. He moved in.
When did you give him the key?
Ma'am,
When did you give him the key?
I left the key in the house.
Well, then you didn't give him the key then.
No notice too.
What do you mean no notice? Did you serve her with an eviction?
Yeah, but she didn't give me notice that she moved out.
Okay, you served her with a notice to quit and told her to vacate by when? When did you tell her to vacate by? Gave her a 7-day notice to quit?
Yes, June 7, and I checked at the house at June 20.
Okay, but you have a text message. What's the text message say?
Yes.
Can you get that, Mr. Bigelow?
I seen her in July. I seen her the bill. The bill come in my name. I seen her the bill and she said to me, I have been moved out, and I asked her for the keys and she didn't answer me.
Okay, it looks like he's emailing you or he texted you and asked for the keys and there was no response.
I never got a text. I don't even have the same number. I never got a text message for the keys.
Okay, well, I see where you sent him a copy of your bill. Is that correct?
I did send her because the bill come to my name.
You sent him her bill?
Yeah, because the bill come in my name.
Okay, I see where he sent you a copy of the bill. You responded, I don't live there, I moved out. So you had the right number then. And he said immediately, I don't have your keys.
The keys were in the house.
Okay, well, why didn't you respond to him about the keys?
He had been coming to the house.
No, I didn't ask that. I asked why you didn't respond to him when he asked you where the keys were. He said, I didn't receive the keys.
I didn't get that text message about the key.
You got the one about the bill, because you said, I don't live there, I moved out, and he responded immediately. But those your bill.
I
didn't receive the keys, and you didn't give notice about it. So
I didn't receive those messages. I received a message about a bill.
Okay.
I didn't receive a
So we'll
message.
proceed to a hearing then, because there's a dispute here. He doesn't have the keys. When you vacate a property, you should know that you turn over the keys in hand to the person who gave you the keys. You do a walkthrough to make sure the property is in room swept condition so that you don't have any concerns later with such things like I didn't get the keys or you damaged my property. And so at this point, he's saying he didn't get the keys. And there's, I guess, a bill that he's claiming he has that belongs to you.
No, hold on.
Whose bill is this?
Her bill, and she didn't transfer the electric to her name, and I keep getting the bill because I do the automatic service back to me, and I now have like 5 bills.
Okay, so you're claiming they're her bills.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
You don't have 5 bills. I paid. I sent you money for the bill.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a dispute. That's what we're going to have a hearing for, and today's not the hearing. So what we'll do is you'll come in person on September 13th at 2:45. You can bring any evidence that you have to support that you vacated the property or you no longer have possession of this property, and that you properly rendered the key to him. He says he doesn't have the key. He also said he's not living in the property. Is the property vacant?
No, he lives
You don't
there.
know. You haven't. Well, stop talking over me. Is the property vacant?
I don't know.
You never been in there.
I went because the morning he said she's moved out, and I went over there and I tried to open the door is locked.
Okay, so,
So I didn't use my keys because we have a port.
okay, and there was only one key?
No, I have other keys, but I didn't open it because I have a port, so I don't want to go inside.
Okay, well, she's saying that she's not in there. You need to go and make sure you don't got a squatter in there. Go in there and check to see if the property is vacant. Just open the door and look. Do a walkthrough. She's okay with that, right, Ms. Mullins? You're muted. Can you unmute?
Yes,
Are you okay with it? Are you okay with him going to the property and doing a walkthrough?
yes, he's already been in there.
Okay, well, he's saying he hasn't. I can't prove it with just because you said so. So why don't we do this? Why don't you go do a walkthrough? You said, where did you leave the key, Ms. Mullins?
I left it on the counter.
It would be in your best interest to do the walkthrough with him, but I can't make you do that. Why don't you go do a walkthrough, get the key, and if it's vacant, you can dismiss the case.
He lives there.
I don't live there. I live out.
I don't really care where he lives. I want to know if the property is being occupied by her. Yes.
I have a whole new
the keys
lease.
at the car when the door is locked. The door is locked.
You say you have a key?
Yeah, I go with my keys. Okay.
Yeah, use your key.
Okay.
Open the door. She says she's got all her stuff out of there. She says she's got a new lease. She says she's moved into a new place. She texted you in July and said, I don't live there. I moved out.
Yeah, and I already went over there.
Yeah, because he was my neighbor when I moved out. I got into a low income. I got into a low income apartment, and when I went in and
So you
signed
saw
the
her
papers,
moving out?
I saw her in the neighbor at July 6th.
You saw her move out?
Yeah, no, I saw her over in my apartment area, but I didn't know
Ma'am.
she moved out. But she
Okay.
still has the keys.
Okay, go check the property and see if it's vacant and get your key out of there. She says it's in there. And then if it's vacant, then you don't, because you're only, I think, seeking possession, correct?
No, I'm taking the money too,
Let's
because now
see
it's
here.
4 months.
it's not 4 months.
You didn't file for a money judgment. That's not what you filed for. See this complaint? You gotta check the bottom if you wanna seek some money, okay? So you filed for possession. So if the property's vacant, then you can dismiss the case, because you would have to pursue a whole other case for money, because you didn't file for that, okay?
I cannot.
Not on this one. You didn't seek that when you served her. You only sought possession.
Okay, can I do it another one?
You can do another one and serve her over, but we're gonna deal with this one.
Okay.
And so this one, you go and check and see if it's vacant. If it's vacant, then you can dismiss the case. She says she moved out in July. And she gave you notice in writing in July that she moved out.
Okay.
So we'll see you in September.
So if she move out, I can't rent it and do anything or.
If she moved out, you can dismiss the case and then you can rent it and move on and do whatever, because she's moved out and turned over the key.
Okay.
Right, if she didn't move out, or you don't go and confirm that and dismiss the case, then you gotta let the case complete before you can rent it. So until I get a dismissal signed by you, and you tell me that she's moved out, then you gotta go through with the September court date, okay?
Okay.
All right? Did you need this paper back?
Yes, please.
Can you give us a copy of that? Ms. Mullins, did you want to meet with any other resources, or you're all set today?
Yeah, I do want to meet with another resource because I wanted to countersue.
Okay, do you want to meet with legal services?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Ronka, are you available?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay, I'm gonna put Ms. Mullins in the room with you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Let's see, Mr. Ronka, let me move him to the room. Yes.
If I'm asking for money, for how long should I ask? Until July 6th or?
Until the property is vacant. You may go and see that the property is not vacant. I don't know. She might have left stuff there. That means she's still holding over the property.
Okay.
And then you also look like you have a bill that you believe
Yes.
she is responsible for. So you'll file another action for those monies, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Balika Biswas failed to appear. Mr. Levine, and so there was personal service. You can, well, wait, there's somebody in the waiting room. Let me see who this is.
Okay.
Hi, who's on phone number ending in 9361?
Erica Coach.
Okay, Mr. Levine, you can default Biswa.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're also.
Default not based on ownership of you. Okay,
You do that 4 out of 5.
guys, thank you. Okay, Erica, you said was your name?
Yes.
Okay, you need to call in with a video.
My phone doesn't do that.
Oh, okay, well then you can come in person.
Okay, right now?
Correct, because your options was to appear with video or in person.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Patrick Light,
Lytle, yes.
which matter are you here for?
I'm here for
Excuse me? I can't. The person that just joined, can you unmute and give me your name? I think that's counsel. You're counsel for Astera, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning. Randall Gruendijk for Astera.
Okay. Patrick Lytle is frozen. Let's see. Who's on the Samsung SMF926U?
That would be a live hearing. That would be live on the sixth floor.
I don't think they're for arraignment. Arraignment for what? For collections? How is this failure to appear for arraignment?
I can't read that. What's the Sarah Harden?
I don't know, but that doesn't look like an arraignment file to me. It looks like a collection file.
Yeah, it was arraignment. She just must have collections attached to it.
On the same file? Yeah. How was she being arraigned on the collection? I'm confused. Let's see, stipulates to restitution.
Not Robert Pearl.
No, we're not to the person was at the RDC house. Wrong. What are they arraigning her on? Bond? I'm confused. Okay, I see. You admit the people in the waiting room. Mr. Lido, can you tell me which matter you're here for?
If you're able to represent me, they'll file an appearance. That'll change the date. If not,
you're muted.
That will be a live hearing.
I can't hear anything that you're saying.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
My apologies. I'm here on behalf of Astera Credit Union for the Richie Colby eviction hearing.
Today's just a pretrial, so there won't be a hearing, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I would have Mr. Harris and Ms. Midland.
Who's on the Samsung SM?
Rich Colby.
Okay. Let me see your face.
Can you
Okay,
see
Mr.
it?
Colby, I can see it, thank you. Today's the date that's set for, an eviction pre-trial. I'm going to play a video for you and it will go over your rights. It'll also advise you of resources that you may be eligible for during the eviction. I'll give you a hearing date at the conclusion of that video. And then we have representatives here from legal services. They can do an intake with you and see if they can represent you at no expense to you. We have our eviction diversion facilitator present. You can meet with him if you'd like. And then we also have representatives here from Advent House Ministries, if you'd like to meet with her, okay?
Okay, thank you.
And if I may clarify, Your Honor,
Yes. Clarify what?
this is an eviction after a mortgage foreclosure sale. The redemption period has expired, so it is not a typical non-payment of rent type of case.
I recognize that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This video contains important information that may help you with your landlord-tenant case. The 54A District Court has an eviction diversion facilitator on site to provide non-legal assistance, such as connecting you to possible resources. Please contact Ulysses Rosa at 517-483-7608. You have a right to be represented by an attorney. If you do not have an attorney and you are able to afford an attorney, you might locate an attorney through the State Bar of Michigan by calling 1-800-968-0738. If you cannot afford an attorney, you may seek free representation from legal services. You should have received this information with your summons and complaint. We have a representative present from legal services who is available to speak with you at the conclusion of today's hearing. You have a right to a trial by judge or jury. Information about your other rights and the legal process is also available from the Guide to Michigan Legal Help at www.michiganlegalhelp.org. Assistance is also available from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. If you have a caseworker at MDHHS, then you should contact the Eviction Diversion Program line at 517-887-9595. If you do not have a caseworker, the court will provide you with information for a housing specialist or assistance payment worker at the local MDHHS office. Please contact that person immediately. These services are free. You do not need a judgment to receive assistance from MDHHS or Holy Cross Services. The summons and complaint from the court case are sufficient. If you have served in our armed forces, assistance may also be available from the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund. Contact 1-800-642-4838 and select option 6. Your landlord-tenant case can be resolved in a number of ways. One way to resolve this case is if you and your landlord reach an agreement. In such case, a conditional dismissal is possible when approved by all parties. The court can provide you with a form for a conditional dismissal. Another resource is the Michigan Community Dispute Resolution Program. If the court determines that your case can be resolved through community dispute resolution, then that resource will be coordinated by the judge. Thank you. Your case will be called shortly.
Twelve people in court. Participants 12. Must be.
Sir, can you please remain quiet while you're on the record? Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, Erica Coach didn't appear. Oh, I think she was gonna try to appear later, but I don't know what happened there. Mr. Levine,
Yes, sure.
Erica, I believe, was the person who was going to try to appear in person.
That's my understanding.
If she appears in person, I will conduct her pretrial and give her a hearing date. If she doesn't, then default can be entered.
Okay, completely understood. Thank
I don't want to tie you up while we wait for that. Let me give you a proposed hearing date now.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
September 13th at 2:45.
Okay, got it. Noted. Thank you again, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's see, the bar. Jason, B-Bar, which one? The one yeah, that was Erica Coach, I believe it was. Jason, Bivar did not appear. There was personal service, so a default can enter.
We'll be proceeding in that fashion. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There was no proof of service for Elizabeth Margaret Francis. We do not have a proof of service. Mr. Levine leave. We don't have a proof of service on this one, so I guess he knows that. Okay, and then Mr. Colby, I need a hearing date. September 13th at 3:15. Okay, Mr. Colby, your matter is set for hearing September 13th at 3:15.
Can I get an attorney?
Did you want to meet with legal services so they could do an intake and see if they can represent you?
Yes, it was. That's my residence. I tried to pay them money and they wouldn't take it.
Okay, Mr. Simmons, can I put Mr. Colby in the room with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll add him to your room.
What day was the hearing?
September 13th at 3:15.
September 13th, 3:15. Okay, thank you.
If I could address Mr. Colby, Your Honor. Mr. Colby, my telephone number is on the paperwork, so if you have an attorney, have him or her call me, or if not, please feel free to give me a call.
Okay, what's your phone number?
616-336-6573. And if I may ask, what's yours?
517-512-0198.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be in touch and after you speak with an attorney.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. I'm gonna add you to room 1.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Rosa, I think that's all we're gonna have for this morning.